Functions of nouns in sentences. Nouns, being a class of words that name, perform various functions as a result of their positions in sentences they occur in. The following will reveal the functions of nouns in sentences. Nouns have a number of functions in sentences, namely, subject, object, complement, apposition, subject. Nouns function as subject in sentences when they appear at the initial position of sentences. This occurs when the noun is the enforcer and initiator of the action in a sentence. They are the performers of the action in a sentence. For example, Saad is a girl. Obi goes to school. Brandy tastes bitter. Folly eats fast. The teacher talks slowly. Object. Nouns can also function as objects when they appear at the receiving end of the action in a sentence. When a noun is the recipient of the action of the subject in a sentence through the verb, it is an object. However, there are three subclassifications of objects, namely, direct object, indirect object, and object of the preposition. Direct objects. These are objects that receive the actions of the subject directly. They are the recipient of an action, being directly affected by it. For example, he kicked their ball. John owns a katana. Adeswa plays Ludo. She can make cupcakes. They like raspberries. Indirect object. These are objects that receive the direct objects. They are indirectly affected by the actions of the subject, but they are not directly affected by it. Rather, they receive the direct object which has been directly affected by the actions of the subject. For example, note, indirect objects are in bold while direct objects are in italics. We made Vidal a gift card. John gave Martin a board. He gave Rosemary some roses. Obi bought Adama some earrings. Judith threw James some money. The indirect objects receive the direct objects in a sentence. Object of the preposition. Object of the preposition, also known as complement of the preposition, is a function of nouns in sentences where they form a prepositional phrase. It is a situation whereby nouns coming directly after prepositions form a prepositional phrase functioning as objects of the preposition in the phrase, not verbs. For example, the book is on the floor. The car went down the road. John is behind the door. Magdiel is on the case. The car is close to the ditch. They are always preceded by a preposition followed by a determiner or an adjective in some cases, otherwise they are only preceded by prepositions. Complement. Nouns function as complements when they serve the purpose of describing other nouns. Nouns functioning as complements describe, re-identify, reiterate, or refer back to other nouns. They basically clarify other nouns in a sentence. The two types of complement are the following: subject complement and object complement. Subject complement. Subject complement is a type of complement that involves a noun functioning as the complement of a subject. This is when a noun describes or re-identifies the subject of a sentence. It is connected to the subject by a linking verb which introduces it. These nouns are also known as predicative nouns appearing as noun phrases in composition. For example, Mego is a vegan. George is an staunch man. The house is my favorite. Joy is a priceless jewel. They are best friends. Object complement. Nouns function as object complement when they describe or re-identify nouns at the object position of a sentence. Basically, they describe objects in a sentence, and they appear directly after the objects they modify. Also appearing as noun phrases in composition. For example, he beat Shasha, the dog. They sold Timmy, the turner. Summer drove Naruto, the warrior. He watched Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train season. He cooked rice, the oily type. Apposition. Nouns can function as apposition when they occur directly after another noun having equal status with the nouns preceding them. They are marked off from the nouns preceding them by a comma, and are capable of being substituted for those nouns in a sentence without changing the sentence's meaning or rendering it ungrammatical. For example, Dr. Gab, the lecturer, is here. Dara, the queen, is coming. Shinsuke, the wrestler, is a Japanese. Madara, the Uchiha, is a maniac. iPhone, the luxurious brand, is a sign of class. So these are the various functions a noun performs in a sentence. It could be as subject, object, complement, or apposition. It is paramount to study the positions in which nouns occur before arriving at a conclusion on the roles they play in sentences. See you soon.